Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is to create a folder to keep your work. I like to do it on my desktop. So I'm going to choose New Folder, and I'll create a new one called CIS133. Now, in that folder, you need to have repositories for all of the different weeks. So we'll start by creating a new folder called Week 1. And please go ahead and do that for all. Now that you have all the way to week 8, we're ready to go. So I'm going to go to Chrome, where I already have my first assignment here open. Week 1, Coding 1, HTML Basics. And it says, in the Week 1 folder, create a new file called htmlbasics.html, and then do the following. Well, how do I create a file? How do I create a basic HTML file? There are many different programs that you can use, but the one that I'm going to highly recommend for this class is something called vscode.dev. That's VS Code for Visual Studio Code.dev. Once VS Code opens, you'll be able then to click the Open Folder button and then navigate to your place where you have created your 133 folder. I'm on the desktop. You don't need to open any of the weeks. Just open the CIS133 folder and choose View Files, and you'll see all of your weeks listed right here. Okay, let's go back to what we're trying to do then. In the Week 1 folder, create a new file called htmlbasics.html. Okay, so in the Week 1 folder, I click on it. Note that there is a New File button, or I could right-click and choose New File. Either one. And I'll create a new file called htmlbasics.html. That's important. And then save your changes. You'll notice you have a new file here with nothing in it. One of the benefits of using VS Code is that it has powerful shortcuts. For example, to start your HTML document, you can just type an exclamation point and then press Tab. You'll notice it gives you all the boilerplate for an HTML document, so you don't have to type it or forget anything. Now the first thing we're going to do is just show you how to save, switch, and refresh. So I'm going to change the title for this, and I'm just going to call it HTML Basics. Don't need to do that. Okay. Now I'm going to press Control S to save. And now I'm going to have to, the first time you do this, you have to actually bring up the document. So I will go back to my desktop, where it's sitting here, go to Week 1, and then I'll right-click on HTML Basics, and I'll choose Open With, and I'll choose Google Chrome. That opens up a new tab here. There's absolutely nothing in it, but notice that the top does say HTML Basics. That's because that's what I coded here in the title. Now, this is the save, switch, and refresh. Let's just say this is my HTML Basics file. Whatever. I'm going to save, Control S, switch, and refresh. And notice now it says HTML Basics file. Save, switch, and refresh. So, if we go back to our directions, it says create code that does the following: HTML that displays your name in the largest heading element. Okay, so I'll go back over here. We'll learn that we do this in the body. And I'm going to type an H3, which is not the right one. You'll have to figure out what it is. But notice as soon as I press that, it gives me the closing tag to that element. And now I can just start typing it. So my alias is Myron Freebop. And now I'm going to save and switch and refresh, and there it is. Go back to your directions, write the unordered list to display the days of the week. Okay, again, I'm not trying to teach you how to do the HTML, how to do the process. So I'll just do a UL. Note it gives me my closing UL tag. When I press enter, it gives me some space. I'll type my list item. It gives me my closing list item tag. And then I'll type Monday, and then I'll go to the end of the line and start a new one, and I'll just finish this off with Wednesday, and then I will save, switch, and refresh. That's the process for using the vscode.dev for this class. Now, back here, when you're all done, what you do is you click the Start Assignment button. Then you go to upload your file. Well, you need to choose where your file is. Remember, for me it's on my desktop in my CIS133 week 1 folder, and I'll click that and choose open. It lists it there and I can submit my assignment, and it uploads it. And yay, that's how to create a simple one. Later we'll learn how to do a compressed or a zipped up file that has many things in it. But you have learned now the basic process for creating and uploading your homework on a Windows machine.